Hi, welcome to MixoType. This is where we help you to find yourself and unlock your potential through your aspirational identity. Today, we're going to discuss 4 ways journaling helps you to unlock your potential. The first way is journaling helps you to give expression to your unconscious mind. Your unconscious mind is a mystery. It speaks in metaphors and symbols and dreams and hunches and intuitions and flashes of insight. The language isn't the most coherent because it isn't really, you can't experience it in a verbal written language. So you have to write that out yourself. So by taking a pen, opening up a journal, and actually documenting the thoughts that come to your mind, you actually start to give your unconscious mind form, and that helps you establish a narrative. Number 2, journaling helps you to also keep track of behavior patterns. So what you'll find is that as you start to document your life, there are certain things that you're doing almost on autopilot. And as you start to put pen to paper, you start to notice those patterns. And this helps you realize the things that you should stop doing and the things that you should continue doing to improve. Remember, the habits that you form today are gifts to the future self. So how do you become the future self? By tracking your habits and your behavior patterns. The best way to do that is through journaling. The third way journaling helps you to unlock your potential is that it helps you to connect the dots in your own research. What you'll find is that as you conduct research, as you go about learning new things, your research will be all over the place. It'll lead you down so many different roads. Sometimes you're going to be studying fitness, sometimes you're going to be studying nutrition, sometimes you're going to be studying biology and science. All these things, they just, for some reason, they are disconnected at first. But over time, you'll start to find that all this information starts to connect, and you can only find out how it connects by documenting your journey along the way, by journaling about it. So as you start to journal, start to save all this research that you've compiled, put it together, and what you'll realize is that over time, all this information starts to make sense and intersect with your own narrative. Which brings me to point number 4. Journaling helps you to actually ground your own narrative. It helps you establish your narrative so that you're more resolute with it. You see, as you go about this journey of self-discovery and unlocking your potential, there's going to be many times when doubt starts to creep into your mind. There's going to be many people that doubt you as well. People are going to try to bring you off course and try to bring you back into common territory. But that's not going to help you to achieve your dream, is it? So by journaling actively and regularly, you actually get to become more clear about your narrative. And the more you write about it, the more you become grounded in that narrative. And then that narrative starts to fuse with your identity. And when your narrative fuses with your identity, that's when transformation happens. That's when your life really starts to shift. So I want to encourage you to start journaling. I talk about this extensively in my channel. The way I like to journal is to just ask myself questions, then answer those questions after I've asked them. Now, it might seem a little interesting because, I mean, if I'm asking the questions, why am I the one answering them? The fact is, I'm actually asking those questions to my unconscious mind, and I'm trying to give them form. So really, these 4 steps are what happens when I journal anyway. These 4 steps are what happen when I journal. So for instance, as I start journaling, I get to tap into my unconscious mind. I give it expression. That gives me more clarity. And then I start to track the differences in my behavior, the patterns of my behavior that emerge from my unconscious practices as they become conscious. And then I get to connect the dots and all the research that piles up on my journey towards self-discovery. And then fourth, I get to become grounded in my own narrative. So it's very cool. And this is what happens as you aim to become the best version of yourself. Now, if you would like to have a shortcut through this process of self-discovery and unlocking your potential, you can head over to mixo.xyz so that you can have access, free access to Mixo, the identity discovery system. All right, thank you. And if you like this content, then go ahead and like, comment, share, and subscribe. It'll really help out the channel. Thank you.